Okay, it's a happy. What day is it? Monday. It's a happy Monday. Liverpool just beat Arsenal 1-0.
Uh,
It was a crazy game. I mean, some people said it was a boring match. It was a boring match because there wasn't much action and there were barely any chances throughout the game. But some can say
yeah,
also because of that, it was a very good defensive, overall tactical performance from both teams. But it was
all right.
decided, in the words of Mikel Arteta, this type of games are decided by one of two things. One is an error.
Mhm.
Another second is a wonder moment. And in this case, it was a wonder
Yeah.
moment. It felt like a Stevie G moment seeing that ball hit the top corner. So it is amazing because we are the first team in the Premier League this season to be have 3 wins out of 3. This puts us in a very, very good position as we enter, the international breaks or whatever that's coming up. So, as a United fan, Ganesh, you were a huge Arsenal supporter before the game. What are your
Of course.
thoughts?
Well, I'm disappointed. Actually, to be honest, as a United fan, I think the best result would have been a draw because it would have put us closer to Liverpool and Arsenal. But unfortunately, one of them won, and it had to be Liverpool. So credit to Liverpool for beating Arsenal. I mean, they're not an easy team, although Arsenal have a way of always trying to play defensive against the bigger teams. I'm not sure why. But anyway, I think the result was a great result for Liverpool. It was almost a 0-0 draw. So I think it was just anybody could nick it and Liverpool nicked it. So yeah, what a free kick, honestly. I thought from the young guy, Hungarian striker or someone. Yeah.
His midfielder is our right back. He's our new Trent Alexander Arnold.
Wow, fantastic, really. But he did a good job, really. The free kick was unbelievable, really. Top corner. I liked it. I saw and I was like, wow.
This has been coming actually because the moment Florian Wirtz signed, Soboslai's position was the one that was most at threat because last season he wasn't a standout player.
Mhm.
Gravenberg and McAllister were the standout. But to see him in the last game against Newcastle with that dummy and then defensive and attacking performance, because if you watch the game, I watched the whole game and it was amazing. Some of the passes from right back that he was putting in, it was like effortless. I mean,
Mhm.
Trent is another technique. He has got another technique when it comes to pinging the balls from deep. So there were instances where he was coming into that inside inverted pocket, like how Pep Guardiola likes to play, to spray the ball across the pitch, which was beautiful to watch. But if you look at the game, Arsenal actually controlled it for the first half. They were actually
Mhm.
pretty comfortable, and we
Mhm.
didn't barely had anything to do except for David Raya mistake, which we should have capitalized. But
Mhm.
Arsenal had the better of the chances, barely any chances, but they had the better of the chances, and they had over 9 corner kicks. And Arsenal's set piece, they beat United with a set piece. They were looking
Yeah.
to do the same thing with Liverpool, but they couldn't because I have to give, I mean, hats off to the Liverpool defense. Ekitike, Konate, Van Dijk. We don't have many tall players, by the way, in the team. They really did the basic and fundamentals right during set pieces, and I think that was a surprise. Arsenal didn't expect that, so that was really nice to see. We managed to combat Arsenal's strength, which is set piece, and when you're at Anfield and it's the second half and you're kicking towards the cop, there's a high chance that that one moment could happen. And you are right,
Mhm.
actually. It could have been 0-0. Probably would
Mhm.
have ended that way, and then nobody would be talking about this game because it was just like a dead rubbers, a top of the table clash, boring game, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. But it was an awesome performance from Supersly.
Mhm.
A few other standouts. Akitike had a goal that was disallowed correctly for offside.
Okay.
Arsenal had one contentious moment, okay? Because I know you didn't watch the game, Ganesh, but there was one contentious moment that you have to go check out. And if you are an Arsenal fan, you'll be slightly disappointed. Towards the end, when we were leading one
Mhm.
zero, there was a corner kick that the ball hit Soboslai on the arm here.
Okay.
So I'm surprised it didn't go to VAR because if I was an Arsenal fan, I would expect when it hits here unknowingly, it's technically handball. So I'm actually a little bit surprised about that decision.
Okay. Actually, I'm pretty surprised with the VR decisions nowadays. I'm not sure why. Sometimes the referees, when there's some calls for VR, they're not using it, and they are really taking their time to look into VR. Whereas last season, they were just at all times looking into VR. So I'm just guessing that this is going to actually be very costly to many teams in this coming season. In fact, to be very honest with you, I think it almost cost United. yesterday against Burnley. But thank God we managed to get a redemption towards the end. But in Liverpool's case, yeah, I think it was it really a handball? No, right?
You got to go and check it out. For me, of course, as a Liverpool fan, I'll say no. But if I was an Arsenal fan, I have to say that I'm surprised that at least VR didn't check it.
Yeah, I think
Because
the
that's
fairest part
the
should be yes. I think VR should at least give a check so that at least we could clarify the thing. So without that, I think Arsenal fans will be thinking they were robbed of a goal, and Liverpool fans will be justifying their point. So yeah, VR chalk should have been the best thing actually.
the good thing is post match, Mikel Arteta didn't mention anything about the handball. Arsenal fans didn't make a big deal out of it. They were very. I think the media have been scrutinizing Arsenal for going away and playing like how they did against United in many ways, but you cannot compare that performance because United against Arsenal, United actually really dominated Arsenal. In this game, Liverpool didn't dominate Arsenal. Arsenal didn't dominate Liverpool. It was a very evenly battled game. But I think the disappointment for Arsenal fans is that why aren't we going there to like really win? Because they just beat Leeds United 6-0. They had
True.
Madueke, Eze on the bench, Gyökeres was still there. It felt like Arsenal were playing it safe. So this is perfect for Liverpool. I think Arne Slot would have been was really happy. Post match, this is what he said actually, Ganesh. He said that if you play this type of game 10 times it ends eight. If you play this game 10 times, 8 times it ends in a draw. One time we win and one time Arsenal win. Because it's that evenly contested. So final thoughts from you as a United fan, because it was it's nice to say that both United and Liverpool won for a change over the weekend. But
Yeah.
from your perspective, seeing Liverpool having sort of not really played well, but racked up 3 wins out of 3, what are your thoughts?
Okay, first and foremost is the ability to actually find a victory without playing well. It's one of the key ingredients for a title-winning team, which shows that Liverpool are genuinely a very strong title contending team. Because this is what the teams used to be under Sir Alex Ferguson. When they used to go for the title, they were not playing well. They won games. That's how exactly Liverpool are right now. Of course, unfortunate to Arsenal. I feel they deserved something, at least a draw, for at least being able to control the first half. But too bad, they gambled and it backfired. They went on a defensive foot and it backfired on them. So right now, what I think is now the thing is it's too early. It's really a third game in the season. Credit to Liverpool, they are the only team unbeaten and won all their 3 games. But I remember exactly, we also won our opening 3 games under Mourinho's first season, and then it turned out to be a disastrous season. So with the international break coming up, players going out, we do not know who might get injured. So and then when they come back, we do not know how things will turn out. So I think it's very too early to say anything at this point.
Okay.
Maybe if this game was somewhere in December or February, I think we could say advantage to Liverpool. But I think at this point, 3 games into the season, it's only Liverpool are just leading the table by 3 points. So I would say it's not a very huge advantage. Anything could
Yeah.
change anytime.
The good news is for both of us is that Man City lost, Spurs lost. So that gives us a bit of breathing space with the so-called contenders. I think Chelsea looked at.
To be honest, as a United supporter, I'm really surprised that at this point of the season, we are above City in the table. That's something
As you
extraordinary.
mentioned, it's just 3 games in. Before we end, I have to mention Florian Wirtz, okay, because he's going to get a lot of criticism.
Yeah.
He has not found his feet yet, and I think Arne Slot has a tough decision to make in the upcoming games. Because do we continue to give him the starting position and slowly get him to get that rhythm? Because he lost the ball, I think, 11 times during the game. The statistics show that he lost the ball 11 times. And that's really bad because turnover rate is going to be so high. He doesn't provide anything defensively. So in the attacking third, if he's losing the ball, his benefit to the team is becoming a little bit like, when you accommodate one player, like when United accommodated Ronaldo, it's like with the ball, you're not working out. Off the ball, you're not helping. It's going to be a bit of an issue because Gravenberch, Soberslai, and Jones, who came off the bench, he will be expecting to start because he hasn't lost the ball since the Premier League started, I think, if you look at the statistics. So I'm slightly worried for Wirtz, actually.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly, at the moment, nobody's raising any questions about Wirtz because Liverpool are winning their games. I believe questions will be start to raise up once they start drawing and losing games. then they'll bring up all these things.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
as long as the win continues, I really don't care what happens to how Wirtz plays or how many times he loses the ball.
We'll see how long it goes, bro. We'll see how long it goes.
Yep. All right. So that's about it for this week's post match. We will see you in the next one.